Okay. Hello again. The institutional shift, we spoke about the role that everybody has to play. So it's not only the gender action plan implementation is not just a task for the gender-focused person. It is essential, as I said in the introduction, that we start changing our culture, in-house culture, and include gender equality in our activities, whatever they are. Gender cannot be add on the pipeline activities that has been done up to now. It must be a core objective of our cooperation, considering that we cannot have a good cooperation if half of the population in the country is just ignored, and the impact on them is just not pursued. Therefore, we in the GAP we propose a list of initiatives. Has been said, the institutional shift is compulsory, is for everybody since the first day. We are aiming at introducing the best, identifying the entry point and find out a way for including gender since the beginning, starting with procedure, starting with the templates, in order to make it automatically done by all colleagues in charge of whatever step in our coordination. So if you have the GAP in front of you, and if you have a look at the institutional shift table, you see that we have a list of actors involved in the implementation of the different indicators. We have to report yearly to the Council, and we have to, B1 has to collect all the information coming from the EU delegation, the member states, and the headquarters, of course, and put together into a report which will be submitted to the Council every year, hopefully in the beginning of the year, January, February probably. In the, we will share with you the same table cleaned of all those indicators which are not relevant for you, those indicators on which you are not supposed to report because someone else does, both here at the headquarters or the IS, or at the headquarters as well, or the member states. So, for instance, going through the table, I can indicate to you which are those. But as I said, we will share with you the table, the clean table, so you don't worry about not taking the right notes now. But for instance, for the coherence and coordination, the second indicator, it's about the number of political and policy dialogue between EU actors and the partners at country level, which have been including gender perspective or specific objectives or rights, women's and girls' rights. This, of course, has to come from you because we are not there. We are not able to. I know that you are often not involved either, but our colleagues in the AIS are supposed to collect this data and inform us about what is happening. The other indicators always in the objective, the first objective is a number of member states programs that support the achievement of the priorities identified in the GAP. This will be the template, we are speaking about the template that Giulia just presented to you. So how many member states coordinate with you, coordinate on the same objectives, or share the burden on other objectives for the implementation of the thematic priorities. And as Giulia said, this has to be reported on every year. By, let's say, you have to collect your information by mid-2016 and then every year for the next 5 years. But we have to receive all the information to collect all the and prepare the report by the end of September. The next is about the number of partner countries that have this template filled up, and we will collect this information, but you submit your template. Number of senior gender champions appointed at the quarter and country level, so this is a joint responsibilities. We will list the headquarter champions. You have to identify someone at country level, can be an ambassador, can be one of your colleagues, can be you, of course. We are thinking about EU staff, member states or delegation. We are not thinking about local champions. Those can be listed in the thematic priorities report, because it's one of the success stories, let's say, that we can mention in the media, raising awareness via media or via events or whatever. We will ask you to give us your perception. So this is a survey that we will organize every year. It's in between us. We will apply the Chatham House rules, so anonymity, but you can tell us how you feel it's going. So if your management is supportive enough, if he or she is convinced, if it gives the support you need, and so on. And then, for instance, in the sufficient resources, the third objectives, you are supposed only to reply on the second indicator, the number of staff, preferably disaggregated by level, train on gender equality. Of course, we will do it at headquarter level, but we don't know if there are other trainings going on at country level. For instance, organized by NGOs, by other donors, by the government. So it will be very useful to know from you how many people attended, who are they, because it's important to know if it's the gender focal person or if it's the head of delegation. So we don't care, it's just to take in account the level of awareness that we are succeeding in raising. In the robust gender evidence, the objective number 4, the first indicators, number of thematic bilateral and regional programs per year using gender analysis, will be collected. You have to fill the information, but it will be collected by us via the EIMR. We are trying to use the EIMR as an official way to make our head of operation and head of cooperation directors, because this is valid for the headquarters as well, to make them accountable of what they are doing to implement the action plan. Of course, they will ask you to provide information, to fill it probably, but they will have to sign it. And this will make, we hope to make them more aware of the effort that the action plan implies for you as well. So on. I don't go through all the objectives and all the indicators, but as I said, we will share with you the table clean and with the put in evidence as what are the indicators you are supposed to help us with. We are providing you with all the support we can. There will be, for instance, I will speak about this later, there will be in a special way a resource package that Benedetta is going to present us. I leave her the floor, so I don't anticipate the content of it, but I think it will be extremely useful for everybody. Benedetta, for you.